What's good? This is your girl Divine Karma coming in with a collective message on today. How are y'all? I send you peace, light, love, and harmony as I always do about this time. Why? Because Divine Karma loves you, baby. All right. Before you do anything, put that finger on the subscribe button for your girl. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I post new videos, and smash that like button. My readings are open. Let's jump into this message. So I got this channel today about six of your past lives that have messages for you to help you in this life. 6 of your past lives, for the collective, you take what resonates, that have messages for you that will help you in this life. And that our spirit told me to get this past life deck. Biblical. Like I said, you take what resonates with you. So in a past life, some of you lived in biblical times, could have very deep connections to, when Yeshua, aka Jesus, was alive. Atlantis, some of you are deeply connected to Atlantis. That is a past life. Forgiveness. There was something in a past life that has something to do with forgiveness. We're going to pull more cards and see. Spirit just says some of y'all literally was a dove in a past life. Really was. Egypt. Some of you are connected to Egypt in a past life. Was that 4? And 2 more. Imprisonment or slavery. Heavy business. Heavy business. And one more. Get my amethyst crystal straightened out. One more card. Leaving or travel. There's something about a past life of you for you when you were always on the go, always traveling or leaving somewhere. We're going to get into it. All right, let's start with biblical. For some of you, you I'm picking up heavy Yeshua, Jesus vibes, but you lived in biblical times. And that version of you has a message that will help you in this lifetime. Let's get some information. Rebirth. Some of you with this rebirth card, there's a past version of you that was during biblical times. And I'm telling you, I know people, some of y'all, you might be religious and Jesus loves everybody. You have to understand, there are some people I know, because some of them are clients of mine, that literally or have a really, really deep connection with Yeshua. And for some of you, you were in a past life, you were alive and with Jesus, aka Yeshua. And I just literally heard Yeshua wasn't the only one that was resurrected. And I don't mean physically, I'm talking about spiritually, energetically. You have had and will go through in this lifetime a rebirth. And you're going to, when this happens, this rebirth in this lifetime, this is the message from this biblical version of you in this time. When you go through this rebirth in this lifetime, you are going to feel like it's going to be like you have visions of Yeshua's resurrection, but this rebirth has to happen. Some of you are so close to Yeshua, and I'm seeing Mary Magdalene. Who else? I don't know why I'm hearing Cain and Abel, but there's something about that time, and this rebirth that you have in this lifetime is going to connect you to Yeshua even more so. Okay. And Spirit said it wants, so we'll do biblical and we'll pull tarot for biblical, and then we'll move on to the Atlantis one. That is, Spirit is explaining to me how it wants this done. So the biblical version of you also wants to tell you Eight of Wands, divine passion, expression, swift communication, fire energy. The biblical version of you wants to let you know that I've never looked at the back, like I just, Spirit just told me to look at this. This is the tarot, one of my tarot decks, but I've never really looked at the other side of the card where the words are. And Spirit told me to look at this. Do you see this? This is what you're about. What's about? The gate is about to open for you. You're about to go through a massive rebirth, and it's going to happen very, very fast. The gate is about to open for you. It is. And for some of you, you're going to have dreams and astral projections and things of that nature that like, it's going to move like I'm seeing like a slide, like a projection slideshow, whether it's vivid or just in dreams or whatever. And like I said, you're going to remember these biblical times, but the message for you is to accept this spiritual and energetic resurrection. It is supposed to happen, and it's not going to be drawn out with this Eight of Wands. It's going to happen fairly swiftly. But the key is to accept it, to walk through the gate when this opportunity arises, right? Because this biblical version of you, there's so many things that it's like it didn't get to see that it wants to see in this new age of Aquarius. And you're going to live out your dreams and passions so it can see it, right? Wowzer. All right, let's get into Atlantis. Some of you have a past life in Atlantis. That version of you has messages for you in this life to help you in this life. Messages. Focus, the swordfish, which is water. A lot of you might be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Don't have to, but this version of you is saying to focus, right? There's an energy of you because of what happened in Atlantis. There's that past version of you was there when Atlantis, there's many stories on why Atlantis was destroyed for whatever reason. It doesn't, the reason why, but it ain't of significance. It's because it was destroyed, and you remember you were there when this happened. A version of you transitioned in Atlantis, when Atlantis went under and was destroyed. And that version of you is telling you to focus right now, right? Because you're about to go through this again, but just in a different energy, because we are in the new earth, right? How we've been living on this planet, it can't, we're entering into the age of Aquarius, into the fifth dimension. So that Atlantis version of you wants to let you know, focus. You need to focus, right? Because there's a part of you that remembers what happened at Atlantis, and it's saying, don't be scared. Don't be nervous. This is supposed to happen. You're going to be fine, but you need to focus. This is amazing. I don't think I've ever done a reading like this, ever. Yep, Nine of Swords, air energy. This version of you wants you to know there's no need to be anxious. There's no need to be scared, because this old version of the planet is going away. We are upon a new earth. We are entering the fifth dimension. There is a shift happening on this planet. It has to happen. And you may feel yourself getting nervous. It's because of you've been through this, right? With Atlantis. And some of you might have dreams like of Atlantis when it went under, or maybe dreaming about, I'm also hearing this version of you is saying to stop watching the news so much. It's okay to stay current, but it's saying stop watching the news so much because it's putting you in fear mode, and you don't have to be. You focus on the present. It's what it's saying. Don't, there's this saying, when you focus too much on the future, you get anxious. When you focus on the past, you have, regrets. Stay in the present moment and know that you are safe and protected, and stop worrying. This is dope. Forgiveness. There's something about forgiveness in a past life that that version of you wants to say to you right now that will help you in this life. The weasel stealth. I keep hearing with stealth stability, drive, passion. This version of you from a past life, the forgiveness wasn't from someone else. You never forgave yourself for something or something that you did or didn't do in a past life. You're too hard on yourself. This version of you is saying in this life, and like I see like gods and angels from this life that are watching you from their forgiveness life and still watching you here, and they're telling you to stop stop being so hard on yourself, especially when you know that you're doing the best that you can. Forgive yourself. When you know better, you do better, right? There's a lot about just like I get the other day about forgiving yourself. I keep hearing it over and over and over again. Wheel of Fortune, baby. This past life about forgiveness, when you forgive yourself, for some of you, like I'm hearing this version of you saying on a daily basis, I'm seeing like when you do little stuff or make little mistakes, no matter what it is, like you beat yourself up. You are your worst critic, is what this version of you is saying. And when you move out of this energy, I'm literally hearing this version of you say tonight or whenever you watch this video to write down on a piece of paper, a notepad, a memo or something, I forgive myself over and over again. And they told me, I'm hearing this in 10 days. This, whoever resonates with it, with this, in 10 days, you have something. When I say magnificent coming with this Wheel of Fortune, because that's what your soul is waiting on, for you to forgive yourself. And in 10 days, your soul, that version of you is going to answer you. This major, y'all. This major. Egypt. Some of you have a past life in Egypt. Let's get messages from that version of you. Spirit is telling me, whoo, before I show this card, Spirit is telling me to look at there's something, I've had this deck a while and I've never paid attention, but there's something, y'all don't judge my nails. I can't have nails at my new job. There's something in the sky. Some of you have celestials and gods, goddesses, pharaohs, or something. And I'm hearing that they still watch over the pyramid and they still over the pyramids and Kemet, and they still watch over you. You are connected to some kind of celestials from Egypt. The card I pulled out is wisdom. That version of you wants to let you know you can never be without anything. You come with sacred knowledge and sacred wisdom. Some of you, I'm hearing, because in this lifetime you're so attached to religion, some of you have magical and spiritual gifts to literally manifest. Like you got gifts, you got power with this wisdom. I'm talking about power. But this version of you is saying you have let religion block all of this, and like it's trying to come through. And some of you, they're like that version of you is saying you going without in certain areas in your life because you won't let this energy shine through, this wisdom, this sacred knowledge. It ain't just regular wisdom like reading books. I'm talking about sacred knowledge that there's some knowledge you can't get in a book. This is you. There's some wisdom that comes with people from past lives, from, them remembering soul contracts and, past versions of them. This is the wisdom that you have. But your limiting beliefs that you have right now in this life with these conditions and programs, that's what's blocking it. And they're telling you to please let them through. All right. Wow. Number 15. Told you. The devil card. Capricorn energy. I told you. Restraints. Being caught up in materialistic things binding you and holding you back. Addictions. Listen, you have self-limiting beliefs that are holding you back. You attach to, material things and think, this is the only way I can get, the house, the car, the whatever it is that you want. But I'm telling you, if you lean into this sacred wisdom from this past life and let go of these, excess and extreme thoughts of there's only one way to do things. And, I keep hearing religion for a lot of you that it's literally binding you, right? Lean into this sacred knowledge. That version of you is saying you can never be without. You without, and for somewhere in your arena of your life right now, because you keep that energy, those self-limiting beliefs are blocking that wisdom. Imprisonment or slavery. Some of you in a past life were imprisoned or in slavery. Let's get a message from that version of you. Transformation, the snake. Wow. This version of you wants you to know that a transformation is inevitable in this lifetime. I'm saying some of you were beaten, either in a prison or in slavery. I'm talking about beaten. And for some of you, that version of you is saying in this lifetime right now, there's a transformation that you won't let happen because of this past life. Your transformation, like that version of you is speaking so fast. You're terrified of going through a transformation in this life because you're still holding on to the energy of something outside of you controlling your destiny, your fate. And that, true enough, we have soul contracts and there are things on our journey, right? But there's a version of you that's blocking, that won't allow or won't, give in to the transformation because of this energy from a past life. You were in prison or slaved, and you give your power away to people outside of you because of this energy, right? And some snakes are about knowledge and wisdom. There's a transformation for you that is inevitable in this lifetime as well. It has to happen. Like, it has to happen. And in order for it to happen, there's an energy about letting outside forces control you. Happiness starts within you. With this transformation, it's upon you because you need to take your life back and realize you're not in prison. You're not in slavery. Freedom means to free your dome, and it is time for you to be free. Ace of Wands, love it. Fire energy. If you let this transformation happen, you will have passion for life again. There will be a divine encounter, is what Spirit is saying, with different celestials that are coming in to assist you to release this imprisonment or slave mentality, that something outside of you has some kind of control of you. Really. if you accept this transformation. The divine is sending these celestials to help you get rid of that energy. And with that comes new starts, fresh beginnings. You're going to wake up and be happy about life. Some of you, because of this past life, you wake up some days and feel like you're still in a prison or like you're still in slavery. I can't get ahead. I can never win, right? This type of energy, right? Whew, heavy. And then last but not least, we have leaving or travel. There's a version of you in a past life that was, I keep hearing, always on the go, traveling. Is that a pyramid on here as well? Yeah, pyramid on here as well. Cooperation. There's something about in a past life, you didn't want to conform to whatever this time you were in. You wouldn't conform. You wouldn't cooperate because you didn't like that. You was free spirited. You didn't like rules. You didn't like you refused to compromise because you knew it was some BS, and you like that now. So in this life, you left a lot. You will move somewhere and be like, oh, okay, this the spot, and then you find out, oh, y'all got these stupid rules and regulations too. I'm gonna keep it pushing, right? So you're always leaving, always traveling, always on the go because you did not want to conform and cooperate to the shenanigans, and you still feel like that. You still feel like that, and that's okay. Don't like that version of you is saying it's not a bad thing. Please don't think it's a bad thing. But that version of you is also saying, but you have to decide what you want to conform to. And your conforming is you need to decide to conform to the God in you, to the goddess in you, to the highest version of yourself, right? That's what you need to cooperate with cooperate with your higher self, cooperate with your God self, cooperate with your goddess self. And then you don't have to keep moving and moving and moving. For somebody, I just heard either you have children and they tired of moving, or you don't have children and want children because you're moving so much, right? Number 20, the judgment card, spiritual awakening. Absolutely. Decide to cooperate with the highest version of yourself, with the frequency of the divine, that version of you, that realizes it's okay to not want to conform to all the rules and regulations, right? But instead of you hopping everywhere all over the place and you ready to be somewhere, but it's like your soul is longing to cooperate with something, cooperate with the God version of you. Conform to the God, conform to the divine, which is in you, right? And you'll go through this spiritual awakening, which is waiting, it's already waiting to happen. Because some of you, I keep feeling this energy like you tired of moving around. Like you just said, this, I'm talking to myself as well. You tired of moving around. And like I said, you could have children or you want children, and that this is affecting either scenario. But there's an awakening happening that needs to happen, that wants to happen. And it's this version of you telling yourself, it's okay. It's okay. You ain't like rules and regulations then, and you don't like them now. But you need to learn how to cooperate with God, with the divine, Allah, Buddha, Yah, whoever source is for you. And not when this cooperation means overstanding, understanding, and understanding. We're not talking about some fairy thing, some fairy entity up in the sky. We're talking about what's already within you. That's your awakening. And that when you learn to cooperate with that frequency, energy, and vibration, this awakening will, one, clear that energy and will give you a new vision on life. Mm. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. 4 of Wands, a homecoming for some of you. Let's get some closing cards. Give me 2 cards, Spirit. Synchronicity, surprise. I love it. This is a new deck. And it says, life's coincidences are often the universe's way of guiding you. Have you noticed unexpected synchronicities? These signs may be helping you find your path forward. I freaking love it. Accepting things as they are can be a powerful step forward. You may be resisting changes lately. Let go of control and you'll discover peace and new opportunities in the present moment. We're going to drop this off here. Y'all know the drill. I love you and I love it when you love me back. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.